Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn all the chords to Santeria by Sublime. So we've already checked out the guitar solo, so make sure you watch that lesson as well. I did that one first. That was a real fun guitar solo. So now I want to go back and do all the chords to it. So it's a pretty simple song. It's just about getting that kind of reggae feel to it. But let's start here with this intro. We're in standard tuning here. We're going to start around this E power chord. Alright, so the picking for that is just kind of hitting the fifth string a couple times, and then picking across the G, D, and A strings. So like this. And then hit the D and the A string together, kind of as the power chord there. So we have. And then kind of hit that fifth string again, and then kind of pick quickly across those three strings. So we have this. Alright, then you're going to come down here to this G sharp major chord. So just hold this bar chord here, and so we have this. Hit the low sixth string there, and you're going to pick across the B, G, D, A strings, and then back to the G. Now, then you're going to move everything down one string, basically, to turn it into a C sharp minor chord. And you get to pick that first note, this fifth string there, twice. Then he just kind of picks across the chord again. So you're going to go from that twice on the A string to the D, G, D, G, B, G, D. Doesn't have to be exact all the time too. He's just kind of just picking through the chords what he's doing. Then he comes over here and plays the 6th fret on the A and the D string together, and slides them up to the 7th fret, and then jump to, basically this is the G sharp major chord, jump to the B major chord of that, so it's the same chord form at the 7th fret, and just pick across that, just kind of in the intro. And then we get to the chords of the song, which are going to sound like this. Now I'm playing the full bar chords there. You don't really have to, but sometimes it's more comfortable just to play the entire chord because it allows you to mute the strings easier. But you can see how it just follows those chords we played in the intro. We're going to start with just an E major chord. You can play it with just your third finger barred across the B, G, and D strings at the 9th fret with the 7th fret here on the A string. So we have this. Now the reggae feel is everything's on the upbeat, those accents. So the traditional way of doing that would be all upstrokes when you're hitting. So it's like, and as soon as you hit it, you release the pressure on the strings to kill the sound. But if you feel more comfortable just doing downstrokes, do that. Now I'm playing this full chord here, but for the most part he's aiming for those 3 strings. And then when I go to the G sharp chord, he's aiming pretty much for the top 3 strings. Same thing for the C sharp minor and the B major. So you're not going to be strumming the whole chord. That won't sound very good. So it's easier to hit those top strings if you're doing upstrokes. Alright, so that's the verse, and then the chorus sounds like this. Now there's 2 guitars going on there. There's one guitar that's kind of doing that reggae thing still in the back, and there's another guy kind of doing kind of rhythm fills with it. You can put that together and really make it sound fine with just one guitar. Just play that bar chord now at the 5th fret. Just move that G sharp major chord, and you can just pick across the top 3 strings, 1, 2, 3. Same thing up 2 frets. and then go to that E major, just strum that E major, and then this chord, 6th fret on the A, 9th on the D, 8th on the G, and 7th on the B string. You just kind of pick across that, and then to that C sharp minor chord, and just pick across that. So we have this. Let's repeat it. But every time you hear that part, it's just slightly different. So kind of do your own thing with around those chords, and it'll sound great. Now, when we get to the very end of the song, there's a little bit different progression there, and I'll play that real quick. It sounds like this. All right, so we're going to play that full E major here. So you want to make sure you get the B string in there. You can just strum the middle 4 strings if you want. And then the power chord off the 6th fret of the A string. Then move that down 2 frets. You're going to come over to the 7th fret on the low E string, hold that B major bar chord there. You really don't have to do the full bar though, because you're only going to be strumming to that G string. And then the power chord here at the 5th fret, back to that B, and then we have this. That's the low E open string, 7th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D, 7 on the G string, and then the open B. That's the chord that ends the song. See how that slows down as they go through the chords. All right, so make sure you check out that solo video. It's a really fun one, and it's got some really cool fast licks to practice. All right, I'll see you there. Bye-bye.